Mom is dead, so now you two can go live in the garbage. They had buried their mother barely 2 hours ago when Michael held up the will and smiled. Mom left everything to me. The house, the accounts, the companies, all of it is mine. You and your daughter don't get a single cent. Daniel froze. He was holding the hand of his 7-year-old daughter, Emily. She was still wearing the black dress from the funeral, her eyes red like she had just been crying. Michael, we're brothers. At least let us stay for a few days until I find a job. Michael didn't answer. He just raised his hand and called over 2 bodyguards. The next second, Daniel was dragged out of the house. Emily cried and ran toward her father, but she was shoved into a black car with him, the doors locked. Emily held her father's hand and asked, "Dad, where are we going? Why doesn't Uncle want us anymore?" Daniel couldn't say a word. The car drove for 40 minutes, left the city, and stopped at a deserted landfill. Black trash bags were piled up like mountains. Vultures circled overhead, and the stench was so strong it was hard to breathe. Michael pushed the father and daughter out of the car and said, "From today on, you have nothing to do with me. People like you belong here." Then he got back in the car and drove away, leaving only dust behind. That night, Daniel held his daughter in his arms and slept with her on an old mattress in the middle of the garbage. The next day, to find something for Emily to eat, he searched through one trash bag after another. That was when his hand touched a wrinkled envelope. His name was written on it. The handwriting was his mother's. With hands, Daniel opened the envelope. Inside were a letter and a bank card. At the top of the letter were a few words. The real will, only for Daniel. The moment he read the third line, his whole body froze. "My son, if you are reading this letter, it means I am already dead, and it also means you have already been thrown into the landfill. Yes, I arranged all of this." Daniel couldn't believe it. So Michael hadn't suddenly gone crazy. All of this was a plan their mother had written before she died. The letter said Michael could only temporarily inherit all the property if he drove Daniel and Emily into the landfill on the day of the funeral. But after that, there was a second condition. "All of my wealth will eventually belong to your daughter Emily, not Michael, her." Daniel suddenly looked at his daughter sleeping on the old mattress. Her little face was covered in dust, but she was still holding tightly onto her father's jacket. He thought they had finally found a way out. But the next line made his blood run cold. "The day Emily inherits everything will be the day you kill Michael with your own hands." The letter slipped from Daniel's hand. His mother was dead, but from the grave, she was still forcing him to choose. On one side was his daughter's future. On the other side was his own brother's life. At the end of the letter, there was also the address of Michael's new mansion. Under it, there was only one sentence: "You have 30 days. After that, everything will be burned." Late that night, Daniel left